So we have 4 kinds of rock types, and we got the weight per volume, pounds per cubic foot, cost per pound, so we have dollar per pound. Okay, so pretty much this describes the first few sentences until the equation. This represents the total cost. So I can put the dollar sign in front of $7,576.20 dollar sign. And for you to get dollar sign, all these 3 terms on the left side of the equation must be dollar sign as well. Because you can only add dollar to get dollar. You cannot put like dollar plus kilometer, and that gets you nowhere. Total cost in dollars of the rocks used in the project in terms of the number of cubic foot of limestone. So if they tell you the cubic foot, they're talking about the volume. So we're gonna say volume in the 3rd column for each rock type: basalt, granite, limestone, and sandstone. So they said the volume in cubic foot of limestone is W. Limestone is W. And the number of cubic foot of basalt, Z. I'm gonna write the unit cubic foot. And all 4 rock types are used. All of them are used. So which of the following is the best interpretation of 385 and 80 cents? So we want to know what that represents. Okay, so let's go one at a time then. Choice A, the cost of granite and sandstone are needed for the project. If you look at the equation, we have W and Z, which involve 120 involved with the limestone. So we can say this is total cost for limestone, and this will be the total cost of basalt. If you read this question carefully, it said all 4 rock types are used in the project, which means that we also have to take care of granite and limestone. But we're not given any variables, and it seems like they just all factor into this 338580. And since they're mentioning, the choice A is mentioning that granite and sandstone, and the cost, yes, dollar sign. So it looks like A is a good answer choice. So we'll temporarily choose A to see if there's a better answer in B, C, and D. The cost of basalt and limestone needed for the project. Now that would have been the first 2 terms. 0.03 120W plus 0.18 180Z, because I already wrote or annotated that the total cost for limestone is the first term. Now in case it's still confusing to you how they got this, we can we can use the dimensional analysis or unit analysis. To get the dollar, we can start with the volume, and typically when you multiply some unit, you want to start with something that has a single unit instead of unit rate, such as cost per pound or weight per volume. So when you start with a cubic foot for basalt, we can Z cubic foot, and then multiply that with weight per volume, pound per cubic foot, and then multiply that with cubic foot, dollar per cubic foot, dollar per pound. We have a dollar per pound. So if we just put the number such as 0.09, and then actually it should be 0.18 for basalt, and 180 pounds per cubic foot. You can notice how cubic foot cancel, the pounds cancel to give you the dollar amount. And hence we have Z times 180 times 0.18, and you can see it here. 0.18 times 180 times Z. 0.18 times 180 times Z. And that's the total cost for the basalt. And the same can be said true for the limestone using the variable W. But we want to know what $33.85 80 cents represent. So this has nothing to do with our question, so B is eliminated. C, the cost of the basalt needed for the project. If that's the case, we just need to multiply this top row. So 180, or simply 0.18 180Z, we already mentioned that that's the total cost for basalt. Correct answer should, the answer to the choice C would have been 0.18 180Z. Yeah, 180Z. Yeah. So that has nothing to do with the 33.85 80 cents. So we can eliminate choice C. Choice D, the cost of the sandstone needed for the project. Sandstone, thing is, we are not even given what the volume is, so we can't even solve it other than we can multiply 135 and 0.22 and then some kind of volume of sandstone. Okay, so that has nothing to do, well, that's partially to do with 3385, but that doesn't fully account for it. So choice D is out. The correct answer should be A.